Alrighty, welcome everyone. My name is the Alchemista, and today I'm going to be breaking down a spreadsheet template that I created. With this spreadsheet, you're going to be able to forecast and plan your equity curve, as well as risk parameters, any goals you have month over month. And it's also going to include a trading log as well as a monthly log as well. So just a quick breakdown. So once you enter the sheet, um, you're going to be greeted by a README page. So this is just some initial information that you need to know before utilizing the sheet, but I'm going to go over it anyway. This is for those of you who, if you purchased it through Etsy and you don't watch this video, that way you have a good guideline to follow. I'll still have a video breakdown link here once I finish recording this video, so that way, if anyone, once they purchase it, they want to see it in use, they can see this video as a demonstration purpose. So starting with the first sheet, looking at the equity, first this is the equity forecast and planner. So the first thing is going to be to put your monthly equity. What are you starting off with for the month? And for example, let's say you have $10,000. You simply need to type in the amount you want, and all the other values get auto-populated. And it's all going to be done a month over month basis. And you can also customize this sheet on any way you want. Feel free to change, any colors you like or anything like that. So yeah, this sheet is customizable to your own liking. And then also on the right hand side, we have a visual of how the forecast would look like month over month. And then from here, pretty much you're gonna have a daily goal that you need to meet for your trades for that month end. You have a weekly goal, the risk that you're gonna, risk per trade, obviously, and then the monthly goal. So simply, let's say it's 16. So you're gonna go from here and you're gonna change it to whatever amount you want. If it's 25%, everything gets adjusted to that amount. If it's only 6%, there you go, it gets adjusted as well. So really it's fully customizable. Even the risk as well, you can change it. You could also put 6% here and all of it gets changed. Very simple, very easy. But so for example, if your goal is $600 for the month, you need to make $150 per week. And then if it's per day, it's going to be $30 per day. So really this part of the sheet is starting so you can gain a foundation and an overview of how you want to really start your trading journey and really track that equity and forecast that growth over time. And this sheet's going to allow you to really see it visually. Like, so you're like, okay, if I can compound 6% per month, that, what I need to do to get there is by this amount risking per trade, or this is how much I need to earn per week. And then you have also per day. So it's a really good way to understand and see the results that you could achieve in the basis of what your goals are under the risk parameters that you provide yourself. The second thing is going to be the actual equity. So at the end of every month, when you see this monthly totals tab here, I'm going to go over that a little later, but you're going to simply input that number here and track the amount of profit, the net profit that you have per month. So for example, you were forecasting that for the end of the month it was 600, but you finished off, obviously, let's say you did 700. So it's going to show you what you did daily on average and a weekly. So it's just taking that number, divided it by 4, because obviously 1 month has 4 weeks. And then every day is also going to be just it divides this into 5, because it's 5 trading days. So once you have that, you're just going to simply input that, and it's going to show you over time how that equity is building up. So I'm just going to put in some random numbers here. Let's just say, you were this, and then, you might have months where you're negative. It's also the same thing. And then, you practically go back above, let's say, and you can see it's being adjusted all throughout here. You have your daily gain, you see how it's changing, and that monthly equity curve also changing. So really, this is meant to, it's practically the same as that forecasting sheet, except now you're seeing it in a visual representation where it's going to be these actual numbers, and it's being tracked month over month. And then keep in mind, these gray, anything highlighted in gray contains formulas. Obviously this whole one, the first sheet, contains all formulas except for the highlighted one, but for the actual equity, all the rest are formulas, so be mindful. But like I said, feel free to customize it however you like, to your own liking, as well as your any colors. So once we finish with this tab, we're going to go to the actual trading log. So this is where really the magic is going to really be coming from. So all this is where you're going to be tracking all your transactions from your trading career. So the first thing you want to do is put in your broker name. So let's say, for example, you have TD Ameritrade, and then your account number could be whatever. So we could put 1234, and then the year you're working in. Keep in mind that for this sheet, it is gonna have to be, you have to make a copy at the end of every year. So once you have all your data for the whole year, you have to create, you have to duplicate this one and have another one for the next year. So it is a yearly based one. And then some features to break this down. So we have the total net P&L for year to date. It automatically calculates that for you. You have your total commissions and fees year to date, your total deposits year to date, as well as your total withdrawals year to date. So this way you can really keep track of what's going on really behind the scenes with your trading career, and that way you can really be on top of things. So this is like really, being accountable, being responsible, and being on top of everything, and being really a professional trading business, because that's really the end goal. So to begin, so once you open up the sheet, it's going to have all kinds of sample data. What you want to do is simply whatever your starting deposit amount in the account is what you're going to put in deposits. Of course, if you already have a balance in there that say that it was all trading money or whatever it was, you can simply just put $10,000 and just call it there and put it as beginning balance. But for the case of this demonstration, I'm just going to be keeping it at that $5,000 deposit. And as you can see here, if it's a deposit, you simply put the deposit amount and then you put the comment, and the ending balance and the beginning balance will be automatic. Okay, so let's say you want to withdraw some money for Christmas present, and you want to withdraw some of those gains. So you're going to put in the date. So we're going to put Christmas here, for example. Once you have that, you're going to go to withdrawals and type it in as a positive. So keep in mind, all these numbers are positive. Your deposits are going to be positive, your withdrawals positive, and your commissions and fees have to be typed in positive. The only one you're going to type in negative is that gross P&L. That's the only one that gets negative. So once you do that, it's going to be a withdrawal there. And as you can see here, the ending balance got adjusted. So it's automatically done for you. You don't have to worry about that. And then you just have to type in what it was. We're going to type in withdrawal. And then now, let's say you want to add a trade. Let's say you traded the day after. You simply type in the date that you traded. And you got let's say you won $1,500 and your commissions were $2. So you can type in 2. As you can see here, it automatically readjusts that for you right here in that net P&L. So you don't have to touch any of this. This is all automatic. So net P&L, ending balance, and beginning balance, those are going to be already automatic for you. And then if it was a trade, you're going to just type in simply trade, just like that. And then let's say at the end of the month, you have your monthly exchange fees or whatever you're trading. For example, for most of you, might be futures. Let's say you have that cost. All you have to simply do is, let's say your monthly cost for that data feed is going to be $30. As you can see, it's going to be your net P&L will be negative, simply just because that you just took a fee. It's just a fee loss. So that's all it is. It's cost of doing business. And then you simply just have to type in what it was. So you're going to just put in CME data or whatever exchange you're working on, and it's a monthly occurrence. So really, this sheet is very simple to utilize. You have so many different types of features to track every part of your trading business. And then up here, this part is frozen so that way you can scroll down as much as you want, and you'll still be able to keep track of those key metrics above. And then our last section is going to be the monthly totals. In this monthly totals overview, what it's doing is that it's taking the information from your log and presenting it in a monthly view factor that you can understand and see, how am I doing on a monthly basis? Kind of like how your credit card sends you a month-end statement. We're going to do the same thing, but for your trading career. So the first one is going to be the final beginning balance. So this is what you had. This was that final beginning balance. So for example, this amount here, that's the last number that was for the month. So as you can see here, it gets populated right there. That was the last number that you started with for your trades. And then the you have your total deposits for the month. For each of these months, you have the total withdrawals, total gross P&L. Obviously, this is before exchanging the commissions and fees and things like that. Then you have your total commissions and fees for the month. Then you have that net P&L, which takes all this right here, that net P&L, and it's per month. So it's really easy to understand, really easy to see. And then you have the final ending balance. This will take like I said, the same thing as this, but now you're taking the last number that you ended with. And then at the bottom here, this blue right here that you see here, the final yearly. So this is what you started with for the year. So this would be practically, you could put in any number you want here, but I'm just gonna say that what I started with technically was 5,000 for the year. So it's practically what was the equity amount that you started with for the year. And for me, it was 5,000, and I just made it equal that. But you can type in any number you want in here. And then everything else is all automated for you. Your total deposits are all summed up. Your total withdrawals, everything else is all summed up perfectly. And then then all the way at the end, I have the final ending balance. So this is actually the opposite. So here we said that this is the last number. This is the number that you started with for the year, and here this is the number that you ended with for the year of your equity balance. So that way you have it. You can see a difference as to, okay, so I started with 5,000 and I ended with 8,000. So you can see that there's that bigger difference that you're growing in that sense. And then you have a total percent gain of your principal. So really, this is probably going to be the biggest part that you guys all want to know. So practically, it's calculating the deposits that you have, and then what it's doing is that it's going to simply create. I already have an equation set up to where it's saying, okay, so how much, and based on the principal that you put in, how much of that was growth and gains and things like that of that nature. So you can see that just on the basis of principal, you made 47.21% in returns, just on principal. So that's really, really good. That's that key number, because at the end of the day, you know, what you're putting in has to be, you have to get that back and see really, okay, so with the deposits that I put in, how much did I make, how much am I making in gains, you know, over time, how much am I growing in that sense? So this was a simple sheet overview. Just, you know, it's very easy, very simple to understand. Like I said, you can easily customize this, add more different features, things like that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below. I will have the link for this on my Etsy store, should be in the link in the description. I might have it in the comment section as well. But I appreciate you guys watching this video. Be sure to check out my other socials as well. And have a wonderful day, everybody. Thanks for watching.